And we're back with Richard Reviews. Today we're reviewing a book titled Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil DeGrasse Tyson. We are reviewing this book for Richard because Richard reviewed it for us here on richardreviews.com. This is Richard Review on Griffin Chestnut, which you can find on Richard's YouTube channel titled Griffin Chestnut, which is basically all of his reviews formulated into one artillery piece. Granted, if YouTube does not keep their end of the bargain and continues to demonetize Richard, he has provided a backstage for all of his reviews where he uploads everything else on his blog, which you can find in the description down below. Now, this book is a New York Times bestseller, and it is a highly anticipated piece. Neil DeGrasse Tyson, Richard is a huge fan of many of his talks, and he has read most of his books. Now, this book does show a lot of science and the formality of people basically in a hurry, just like the title says. The piece itself is relatively small. It's not a big piece. We're going to look at it, and it's not even that long, but it is hardcover. So it's cream to cream, crop to crop, north to south, nipple to nipple. It's a go, and you know it's good. So on the side, we have your standard author title, Neil DeGrasse Tyson, Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. Now in the back, we have your certain praise for such standards for Neil deGrasse Tyson. This is a small book. It is not a big book. It's relatively small. It's a little height handy, and you can tell that it's height handy, which ultimately is the scowl of Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's the scowl. So now let's take a look inside. Let's take a look inside this piece, and we're going to tell it from its start. So as we open it up, you can tell right up here, US $18.95, Canadian $24.95. So Richard picked this up at $18.95. That's pretty much a steal if you're going to get all this information from Neil deGrasse Tyson. And on the back, we have here, of course, the author himself. There he is, Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson. He is standing there with his suit, and he is in space. As you can see, the planets are behind him. So hopefully he comes back to Earth in one piece. And this is just a fantastic author, in Richard's opinion. Richard clarifies this as a top-notch book, and we're going to get a page count here. We have 201. We're going to round it out off at 209, page count 209. As you can see, this book is relatively small for the human mind, but everything on it is dense and very cerebral. Now, as you can see, chapter 2 is titled On Earth as in the Heavens. This has reference to Sir Isaac Newton, which is ultimately the best part of this book. The amount of scientific accuracy which Neil deGrasse Tyson has performed is an astonishing feat. Anything with mobility, expanding, traveling different horizons, pretty much bashing religion, and a strong emphasis on suffering. Neil deGrasse Tyson does make astrophysics easy for people in a hurry to understand. Now, this is not Richard's favorite scientific book. It doesn't get the full triple entendre, but it gets the medium encore of the middle line B-rip, which is divided by two separate notions. You can pretty much figure that out on your own. Richard does recommend this book if you're a fan of Neil deGrasse Tyson and you enjoy astrophysics. As for the two not subjugated in the actual text, Richard says this is a pass. It's easily forgettable and Nostradamus, just as the Milwaukee Brewers formulated a different farm after Tony Gwynn. This is a new generation, and if you're not interested in this, then Richard has no time for you. This is Richard's review for Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. Thank you and goodbye.